Hello, this is Mr. Kent of MrKent.com. And Easter weekend, my homeowners association set up an activity in my favorite flying park. And so me, my neighbor, and his good friend, and his good friend's little boy, and my wife, and our grandson went to the park. And so this is kind of a record of the fun time that we had. We got underneath of the little covering there and set up. And first thing I wanted to do was try my fixed wing Radian. And so there wasn't much wind. And you can kind of see me flying it there. That's a drone down at the bottom. The plane comes in from up at the top. And so anyway, I got to fly a little bit before it got really windy. And that was one of the, I hadn't had it very long, so I was still learning how to use it. And it is the easiest RC plane to fly that I've ever flown. And I am following, if you want a good park flyer, a nice plane that you can easily fly for under $100, of course you have to get a controller, but they're not real expensive. They're like $60 or something. Anyway, it is a wonderful little plane, and so I flew that around for a little while, and finally it began to get a little more windy, and it was a little more difficult to control. Although it's more fun with wind, because in the wind you can soar and have a good time. They had all kinds of games for the kids, and you can see them down there. And then under further closer to the bottom, you can see where they've got Easter eggs all set out, and they had an Easter egg hunt about 10 o'clock, and there's the Easter bunny down there. You can kind of see him in white. And the kids, my grandson had a wonderful time, and so did my neighbor's friend's little guy. And then, of course, it was time to fly. This is my video from my Mavic 2 Zoom, and we were chasing each other's drone around. There was a guy flying a Bebop, and a guy flying a Mavic 2, I think it was a Mavic 2 Pro. And then also, they had jumping houses for the kids, and so they could bang their heads and stuff. And there we are, having family time, family and friends, just having a great time. So that was Easter weekend, and I want to thank you for watching. There's more coming up, so stay tuned. A couple days later, I wanted to go out and get a little more practice with my Radian. And this first part, I'm just flying it around like an RC plane. Just leaving the motor running and just practicing my flying skills. And it is so easy and so much fun to fly. I'm not kidding you. I've flown several RC planes, and in fact, I've crashed. I've crashed a lot of them. But this guy, for one thing, I've driven him into the ground 4 times so far. And one time without the motor running, and the other times with the motor running. And he's so light. He's under 2 ounces, I think. And so it's pretty hard to damage anything. And it goes very, very slow. And like I said, here I'm just leaving the motor running and flying around in circles and getting used to it and having more fun. And you can see the birds. The birds get all excited. They chase it around. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. If you go full screen, you might be able to see the birds even chase it up in the sky. And it looks like I did a little soaring right there. And so coming up now is the rest of the video is going to be flying up high and then drifting down and soaring, floating through the breeze. I had a little breeze that day, and so it made it kind of fun because you could just hang up there and You climb up and then you drift down. And this might be the one. I think this is the one where I climbed up. Maybe not. Anyway, I climbed up to about 200 feet, but I don't think this is the one. I think another one's coming up. This is just dropping down in the breeze. This field has a lot of updrafts, thermals as they call it. Alright, here I am. I go up to about 200 feet. And just drift and soar and relax and enjoy it. It's called a UMX Radiant, and it's sold by Horizon Hobby for about $90. And it is a joy to fly. If you want something to learn on, that would be the plane. Well, I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.